What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Houston Productions video. Let's not waste much time. Let's get into a review of The Gorge. Alright, so The Gorge is a movie that is streaming on Apple TV+, directed by Scott Derrickson, written by Zach Dean, starring Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. It is an entertaining movie. It follows two highly trained operatives who become close after being sent to different watchtowers on opposite sides of a vast gorge because they need to protect us from what is below. These towers are watchtowers that are heavily armed and fortified with barriers just below them to protect ourselves from the eerily unknown creatures, forces, whatever you would like to call it, of the gorge. Whatever is laying at the bottom of the gorge needs to be secured, protected, and kept secret from the rest of the world. That's where our two highly trained operatives come in, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. Those two actors do a fantastic job in this movie. They do everything they can with the script that they are given. In general, I think that this movie is quite entertaining and engaging for about 85-90% of it. Now, it does get very CGI heavy at one point towards the latter portion of the movie. There is a romance that blossoms between Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller's character, which isn't a bad thing. I think it is pretty compelling, their chemistry and their relationship. It does have an odd choice of being very on the nose with a reference to Miles Teller's Whiplash and Anya Taylor-Joy's Queen's Gambit. That is not unnecessary, but it doesn't really add anything. You can tell that they were just kind of like, oh, cool, look at who we casted. Let's go ahead and throw this in there for people who are paying attention, who like these actors, which is nothing wrong with that. It's fan service, but it didn't really add anything to the movie, and it just kind of added minutes to a movie that didn't need to have minutes added to it. Like I said, it does get pretty CGI heavy at one point to where the creatures, no spoilers here, it's in the trailers, which you can say probably give away a little too much of the movie, but the design of the creatures are very reminiscent of The Last of Us, both the video game and the TV series from HBO Max. It's plant-based. It's people who are forming into plant kind of creatures and things. Like I said, I'm not spoiling anything in the movie by letting you know that, but it does kind of make you feel like that they're just kind of rehashing an idea that's already out there, and they realize, hey, people like this, let's go ahead and do this too, which there's nothing wrong with that. You know, all art is inspired by other art to begin with, but it does seem like they could have done something a little bit more original. This movie does also have Sigourney Weaver as a secondary character. Overall, an entertaining movie. The action aspect, the plotline, the story, the idea of their romance is something that interested both me and my wife, and we had a good time watching it. We both agreed that there were certain parts where we were just like, strongest tree of all time. I don't understand that. But there were also parts where we were just like, that's creative. That is an interesting way to do that. We hadn't seen that before or in a long time, and so we had a good time. It is definitely something that will keep you off your phone as long as you are paying attention, which I think is probably the number one thing that a straight-to-streaming movie has to be able to do. It has to be able to keep you entertained enough to keep you off of your phone. And if it can't do that, then I think it was a failure. However, it kept us off our phones. We were engaged the whole time. We had a good time with it. Would we recommend it? Sure, absolutely. It's not going to win any awards. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, like I said, did great for what they were given, but they're not going to win any awards or get any nominations. This movie isn't going to be, at the top of the Oscar talks, or not that it could be for this year anyway, but it's not going to be an awards movie by any means, but it is a solid another venturing of Apple TV just doing what it does best and giving you something entertaining to watch. So, is it worth your time? Absolutely. Is it something that you're going to remember after your first watch and want to recommend to anybody else? Probably not, but there's nothing wrong with that. So definitely check out The Gorge on Apple TV Plus whenever you can. And if you enjoy videos just like these, make sure that you are subscribed to the Houston Productions YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our reviews, recommendations, anything like our shorts, for example, if you enjoy trading cards, stuff like that. So make sure that you are subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy watching.